Hey guys, me and my dad, we are reacting to, at long last, a trailer has come out, the official trailer that is, of Indiana Jones 5,
Can't wait.
Dial of Destiny. We have the title now.
Yeah, the title "Dial of Destiny." That opens up a door of endless possibilities.
You can see that we're doing this a little bit different, how we're doing this reaction. More on that later. So
And pardon my appearance. I just got off work, so
yeah, he just showed up and he's
give my station a plug. WSAZ, Huntington and Charleston, West
Yeah.
Virginia.
All right, so let's begin. Ready?
I miss the desert.
That's Sala.
Definitely solid.
I miss the sea.
We're facing the reaction here.
And I miss waking up every morning, wondering what wonderful adventure the new day will bring to us. Those days have come and gone. Perhaps not.
He's got the fez still.
I don't believe in magic.
Not anymore.
A few times in my life.
Young
Seen
Indy.
Things I can't explain. And I've come to believe it's not so much what you believe. It's how hard you believe it.
This looks great. Riding a horse through just, yeah. And the Dial of Destiny.
Who is this man? I'm her godfather. Get back.
Spoke too soon. Now that was great.
Did you catch something?
What was it?
Did you catch the nod to the Millennium Falcon?
No, actually I didn't.
I just saw it. There is.
All right, no reason for a jump cut. We're good. So.
Okay,
this reaction is being done a bit differently.
There is a scene, and you'll have to go back and watch it. There is a scene where Indy and I don't know somebody else, they are looking out. It looks like some kind of a porthole, but it is exactly like the Millennium Falcon.
And the windows.
And you can see it. It almost looks like they're going through hyperspace. So
Yeah.
that is definitely a nod to Star Wars.
Well, I mean,
to
it was going
Han
by.
Solo
It was
and
going
Star
by.
Wars.
It was going by fast, so you know.
Yeah, it was, but I caught that immediately.
I caught just a little bit, like they were look like a window and so on, but you know.
Yeah, this Sala looks good for his age. I mean, you know, he's obviously
and
aged.
John Rhys Davis,
Yeah, and so does so does
Harrison
Harrison
Ford.
Ford looks great.
who's now in his he's in his 80s now. Just,
He'll never stop. He's going to be like Keith Richards with the Rolling Stones. He'll just never stop.
and to think, because now he'll be a year after this, he'll be going on to be General Ross in the MCU.
Yeah, which will be cool.
Gosh, and seeing him as turning into the Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I read something where he made he said something about with him getting into the MCU and saying something about Kevin Feige. Just, you know, Kevin Feige can fall into a well or something. I guess that's typical Harrison
That
for
is
you.
that is typical Harrison
All right,
Ford.
but-
Yeah.
What do we think so far?
There's been a lot of criticism. Supposedly, there were some pre-screenings of the movie that focus groups,
D23 also,
and they there were there was a negative response, and supposedly Disney is panicking. I don't think they have anything to panic about this.
no.
I don't think Lucasfilms has anything to worry about.
And Harrison Ford is the one that said because he got emotional. I was talking with with my dad a couple of times at D23. At the panel for Indiana Jones 5, Harrison and Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Harrison got emotional talking about this.
Oh, sure.
And he said to the audience, this film is going to kick your ass. And that's saying something.
It is, and let's look at it this way: it's Indiana Jones, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, the franchise, you can't go wrong. And I will say this: there's a lot of people that say Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was not a very good movie. I thought it was an excellent movie. It's my second favorite Indiana Jones film.
I was going to say, we love Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Absolutely loved it. It was, it was a great comeback movie.
Yes.
That opening sequence is one of the best opening sequences of any Indiana Jones
In
movie ever.
Area 51.
Area 51 and the whole thing with the Russian, the Soviets,
Yeah.
it was great. It was very well done. It was a very well done movie. The only thing that I still kind of roll my eyes about from Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is Indy in the refrigerator. I mean, he would have been dead. I'm sorry.
Lead line, apparently.
Lead-lined refrigerator that protected him from radiation. But after all, Indiana Jones is kind of a superhero.
How can Indy still be alive when he's near it and the mushroom cloud? Although, hey, that shot was pretty cool.
Yeah,
and John Williams' music there
I'm just hoping they don't do to him what they did to Daniel Craig in the last James Bond movie. That still bothers me.
I think they already stated that he won't die.
That's good because
James and Steven Spielberg, they stated this.
Yeah,
so.
The mistake they made with the last James Bond film was that they did let him die, and that was not cool because James Bond is like superhero; he can't die. He's like Superman. He's the same. Indiana Jones is like Superman; he can't die.
Well, James Bond, like Daniel Craig's James Bond, is just another adaptation of Bond and from the books.
Yeah,
so there's that, but. Something else about Indiana Jones 5, the Dial of Destiny, its title. Like, we don't know until we see it in the film.
Well, I think they show it. They show Indy getting his hands on it, and we don't know what it is. We don't know what it pertains to. It's enough of a mystery to just whet your appetite for the movie when it comes out next year.
Exactly. And Helena, she is Indy's goddaughter. Anything to say on that?
No, it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that ties in. And like I said, it will be interesting to see if Marion makes a cameo appearance in this film.
I thought I heard something that maybe she's going to make a cameo. Who knows? Like, Lucasfilm, they would keep their stuff top secret.
They would keep their stuff top secret, but they would also maintain consistency in the storyline. They're not going to bring in somebody else to play Marion.
No.
There will be some consistency there. So either she'll be in it or she won't, and if she's not, there'll be a good reason for it.
And how could they not mention what happened at the end of the last film, Because
that's true.
They got married.
And it'll be interesting to see if we see that he is still wearing a wedding band in this film. And maybe Marion died. Maybe he's a widower now. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see.
Who knows what direction they're going to take for the fifth film?
We do know, though, that
what's going to be written in canon.
We do know that he is obviously still teaching at the university.
Yeah, as we just saw.
He is still a professor of archaeology. So that's good to see.
And the fifth and final film takes place in the 60s, if I'm correct.
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Well, that's age appropriate for Harrison, just like how old he was at the time when, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull happened.
Yes.
How old Indy was. So.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really great film.
Yeah. Did you also spot Toby Jones and Antonio Banderas?
Oh yeah. And
that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I read where Antonio Banderas, he made a small appearance, but he said it was just insignificant. He said, but he was really playing his role down because it was small. I think he was just smitten by being on camera with Harrison Ford. So, but Toby Jones he's an excellent British actor. Oh my gosh, he can play so good. He can play creepy. He can play straight.
Yeah,
he's just an excellent actor. So I'm looking forward to seeing him. And I was very pleased to see that he was in this film.
Yeah, he's gonna be alongside with Indy.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, we can't forget about this. Indy, we see a young Indiana Jones like that. It's been revealed that's gonna be for the opening of the fifth film.
Yeah, it's going to be they've aged him backwards.
It kind of reminds me of say The Last Crusade. We see a younger Indy, as a boy, of what's going on at the beginning, and then years later would be picked up to what Indy did, years ago. If you get my point.
Yeah, and I think the sequence, the opening sequence, is him dealing with the Nazis.
Ex-Nazis, Nazis years back, and apparently, I guess in the fifth film. There's Nazis are I guess they're ex-Nazis.
Yeah, or they're in hiding because
that too.
There's there are still Nazis. Well, there were still Nazis living in Argentina and places they were hit out after World War II
and after Hitler was killed himself.
Yeah, they were war criminals and they were in hiding. So they were in all places, South America, Argentina.
And Nazis were originally going to be for the fourth film. But, that didn't happen because especially after Spielberg, after Schindler's List was the last time he would do a movie with Nazis.
Well,
Well, now that James Mangold, he's been the new director of the fifth film. Well, now they can do Nazis. So
well, years ago, before Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out, I read part of a script online that had been leaked. I thought it was fake, but now I believe it was legitimate. I believe it was an actual script, a rough draft for what would become Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It included Sean Connery in the cast.
yeah,
but
he
it-
was considered,
It dealt with
but he was enjoying retirement more.
Indiana Jones started. He was jilted at the altar. He was getting married, and the bride didn't show up. And the bride turned out to be his wife to be that he was marrying. Turned out to be an FBI agent, and she was called away
I remember now.
to the Roswell incident that happened in 1947. So this would have been 1947.
Yeah.
So Indy finds out. He finds out, and he goes to find her, and he gets involved in this whole Roswell thing.
Yeah.
But it never happened. They rewrote the script, and obviously I think one reason they rewrote the script is because Sean Connery wasn't available or wasn't interested in being in the next film.
He was
And
enjoying retirement more.
probably so. And
That's what I heard.
they had to take it a different direction because he wasn't available. But some of the dialogue I read, it was really good. I mean, it was really good. And so I do believe that it was a legitimate script. It's probably out there still on the internet somewhere. And I just discovered it late one night, just surfing around. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. And I started reading it. I'm like, man, this looks like it could be plausible, But then I thought, somebody probably just put it out there, as a fake. But again, after seeing Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, pretty sure it was a rough draft for one of the first scripts, so that they came out with for that fourth movie.
Yeah, and Sean Connery was still asked to make an appearance in the fourth film, but again, he was enjoying retirement more. And Lucas stated that if he had been in the film, like say for just a cameo, the audience, the fans and the audience, they would have been disappointed if he wasn't there for the whole adventure.
True, very true.
Yeah. So even though Connery was still alive at that time, I guess maybe it was for the best to just let his character die.
Wouldn't it have been interesting to see what would have happened if Tom Selleck had been cast as Indiana Jones instead of Harrison Ford?
And if Magnum PI never happened.
Yeah, well, Magnum PI was another thing. I loved that show when it was on. Mainly, I loved his Ferrari. That's still my dream car to this day. That Ferrari 308 GTS he drove. But it would have been interesting to have seen Tom Selleck in that role as Indiana Jones. I think he could have pulled it off very well.
It would have changed things.
It would have changed the dynamics, no doubt.
The franchise would have been different.
It would have been different, but they got who they were supposed to get.
Exactly.
Harrison Ford was perfect for that role. Still is.
Spielberg won the fight with Lucas because George didn't want to keep using Harrison Ford.
Well, yeah. I mean, he is Han Solo, by the way. So
He's both Han Solo and Indiana Jones.
He is.
In fact, Han Solo and Indiana Jones, two characters that Harrison Ford played, they made it into the top 100, I think, of heroes. AFI.
And also, too, consider the fact that he's played in other films. He played the president in Air Force One. He played. Oh boy,
The Fugitive,
he played the Fugitive.
Jack Ryan.
He played Jack Ryan. Yeah. So there was.
And what's in face from Blade Runner?
Yeah, and he pulled it off. He's an excellent character actor, very strong actor. He can pull off any role he does. So
Exactly.
In other words, you don't look at him and see, oh, Han Solo. He played Han Solo, but when he's in that character, whatever he's playing, that's what it becomes believable. You get, it's the buy-in.
Exactly.
And I've even seen him play a villain. I've seen him play a killer, a serial killer, which was really, really weird to see him play that part. But man,
You talk about
he did it so well. He played in it with Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes, the Robert Zemeckis film.
Yes, can't remember the title, but saw it at the theater.
I think the word beneath is in the title somewhere.
I was stunned when he was revealed as the villain. I was the killer. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I mean, it's just.
I feel like I was a bit surprised too.
Han Solo, Indiana Jones.
He's a villain, so
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, but I almost forgot to mention Mads Mikkelsen. He's in this too. Did you recognize
Mads
him?
Mikkelsen. I absolutely love him.
Did you see him and recognize him?
Yeah.
He's literally dressed up as this guy, from Raiders. This guy I'm pointing out in the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, Fräulein.
Yeah.
my mom and I were saying this. Like, she thinks maybe what if Mads Mikkelsen's character is this guy's son?
Could be.
He's dressed and almost looks like him.
Yeah, Mad's brother is an excellent actor too. He played one of the best villains I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I can't remember his first name. I'm ashamed to say, but he played a character called Charles Augustus Magnuson in the Sherlock series. That was on BBC. It was through BBC, and he is incredible as a villain. But
Yeah.
So is Mads. So
Yeah, and two other things, like, this will be John Williams' last movie to film score.
yes,
What a way for it being his last one, but hey, one of his best ones next to Star Wars, but Indiana Jones.
Yep.
He's done with Star Wars, he came back to do the theme for Obi-Wan, and now, for one last time, he's gonna do Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. So there's that. It's slipped on my head.
So the actor. So okay, when I tell you this name, this will come to your mind.
Something about the director, but you go for it. You go ahead.
Mads Mikkelsen's brother.
Mads Mikkelsen or
It's Mikkelsen. His brother voiced
Thrawn. Yeah, in Rebels.
And is supposedly going to play Thrawn in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
That's the rumor. So I'm trying. His first name has just escaped me, and I see his face. I know who he is, and if anybody, if his agent is watching this, I am deeply sorry that I'm embarrassed that I forgot his first name. But he is such a good actor. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Both of them are.
They are.
Both amazing actors.
Mm-hmm. And the director, they got the new director for Indiana Jones 5, James Mangold. Again, your thoughts on Spielberg not directing this and somebody else doing it?
I think it's fine. I mean, there's a lot of there's up and coming directors that they can take things a different way. I mean, look at what J.J. Abrams did for Star Trek.
Yeah, and James, remember he directed the Johnny Cash biopic.
Yeah.
Walk the Line.
And that was an excellent movie. So he's obviously a good storyteller.
Yes, and he directed two Wolverine movies, The Wolverine and Logan.
Right.
Yeah. He has still not seen Logan. You have not seen Logan still. You haven't seen it yet.
Nope. But I'm going to watch it.
I plan to watch it with him, and hey, maybe me and him can review it. So, I'm telling you, Logan is fantastic, and for this, it kind of is it is Hugh Jackman's last time as Wolverine, aside from him coming back for Deadpool 3.
Right. Which they said was, I think, 20 years prior to his death.
Is it taking place
it's
in
taking
the same
place,
universe?
Yes, but it takes place prior to his death.
Okay.
That's the thing. I'm getting a little aggravated with the multiverse stuff because it gets confusing, and I wish they would just stick to one universe and run
for you. I'm sure, for you it could be tricky, but I think I can sometimes catch up. With the whole Marvel and DC doing multiverse stuff.
So, with Doctor Strange, for instance, I get that with the multiverse. He travels multi-dimensional. I mean, I get it with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
But when they start dragging in everybody and they're going here, they're going there, and I'm just like, come on, I'm getting a headache. Or I'm getting dizzy, getting nauseous. Just stick with one universe and let's just go. Let's just run with it. I mean,
well, they do but
I know they come back to this universe, but they go thither and yon, here, there, everywhere, and I'm just like, stop. Again, Doctor Strange, I get it.
Yeah, Doctor Strange. So
the rest of it, not so much. And I'm still scratching my head over Loki. I watched that and I went.
I think you need to watch it more than once. So, not to mention, apparently TVA, that's what Loki gets stuck with. They are going to be in Deadpool 3 apparently.
Yeah.
And Owen Wilson is reprising his role as Morbius for that. So.
That should be interesting.
Yep. So.
Anyway.
Right. Yeah, but all right. With all that being said, I think we've covered everything we talked about from Indiana Jones, and even talking about the director and leading to Marvel and so on.
Yep.
But you guys let us know what you thought of our reaction, our thoughts, and hey, if you also like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull like us, there are those. We're not the only ones.
I hold firm. Love the movie. It's my second favorite. My favorite, of course, being Last Crusade.
Yeah, me too. So,
yeah. And of course, the other two Indiana Jones movies are
Raiders
great
and
films.
Temple of Doom. Well,
Raiders are great. Yeah,
Raiders,
Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
I can watch Temple of Doom.
Me too.
Although Kate Capshaw's screams get on my nerves a little bit.
And even she admitted it too. hello, hello, can she do anything else besides scream? That's what she said.
Yeah, I know, but she was good in it. But yeah, the screams got on my nerves a little bit, and I think it was done that way intentionally. But they're all great films. It's just I have my favorites.
One more thing, I feel like it was rumored that Kit and Willie might make a cameo in the fifth film. I don't know if it's possible. It could be.
I've seen
if they wanted to.
I have a feeling that Short Round is in it because I saw him
Short
pose
Round,
with Harrison Ford. I saw
at
him
D23.
Yeah, pose with Harrison Ford. So either he was just there as a guest, like to be on a panel, or he's actually in the film.
For Loki, he's going to be in season 2.
Okay, well maybe that's part of it too. But I have a feeling that he is going to make an
knows?
appearance in this movie because this is going to be kind of in a way, probably sort of a reunion type movie because you've got Sala back in it.
They already revealed that Sala's going to be in it. So that's it.
Exactly.
But we'll just have to wait and see who if anybody else is going to be in this.
Yeah.
If Lucasfilm and those who worked on the fifth film, if they wanted to do it, maybe we don't know until it comes out.
True.
So, and once we get, and they probably won't, but we know there's going to be more trailers and stuff coming out, and they're still going to keep it top secret.
Of course.
So, with all that being said, we're off, and any last words?
Looking forward to the movie, and I must be off.
Yep. And until another trailer comes out for Indiana Jones 5, which of course we'll react to, we'll see you guys in the next video /reaction. Take care. Peace out.